Okay, so obviously in this video I'm going to be telling you basically kind of what I did over the week. And let's start with Monday, obviously. So on Monday I decided that I was going to just map out the area that I was doing. And I wanted to go for quality more than how big the area was. So I ended up not doing a whole ton of central London, but just a small bit of it. And my borders are, if you start here next to the Waterloo station, and my borders go all here over the Hungerford Bridge, and then they kind of round off over here. They go a little bit through St. James Park all the way down to the centers kind of thing right there. Then they go up and around here, and they just kind of go right next to Big Ben. So Big Ben will kind of be like on the very side of it. It goes up here, and this is York Street right here, York Road, so that's going to be right there. And I was kind of doing that on Monday because I wanted to have borders that I could work with, and that took basically the entire period because that was kind of a short period, and I had kind of conflicting feelings about what I was doing. And then on Wednesday, I was looking out at some of the bigger structures here, and if you see like some of the big structures would be like Big Ben over here. And I was looking at these structures because I wanted to see like kind of like what would be like the most difficult things, or like that I would have to build, like these circle these things. And then obviously over here with the London Eye, the Ferris wheel will probably be one of the harder things I have to make if I want to do it very accurately, which I do, or maybe not very accurately, but as accurately as I am able. And obviously all these little details on it are going to be a bit more difficult than, some other things. And then on Thursday, I did two things, actually. And that was I started to look in more detail at the buildings. So I went down into the ground view, and as you can see, there are cars that I will have to make, and some of the buildings are a bit fancier, obviously, than like things you would see around here. So I'm going to have to make the details of these buildings, and I probably won't do any people. I mean, maybe like one or two if I have time to do that, but that is not something I'm planning yet. And obviously I'm gonna have to make the trees and stuff, and the buses and the cars, and I should be able to get small enough to be able to do like street markings on there. And then along with the city, I also looked more in depth at St. James Park, which is actually a big portion of my map as of now. And if we go down to this ground level, you can see that there are a bunch of beautiful gardens that I will have to get the details of, like the gate here and all the different flowers. I'm probably going to have to paint those, or my mom has a huge fake flower collection. I'll probably use some of that stuff as well, but with the scale, the details will be very small. And I also did the scale on Thursday, and the scale that I have is for every inch will be equal to 50 meters. And so that makes the tallest thing on my model would be like about 3 inches tall, and that would be the London Eye. That's the tallest structure. And the model itself, one length of it will be about 3 feet, and the other length will be about 1 foot. So obviously it's not very big. And then on Friday, which is today, I started thinking about what I would make the different buildings out of, because obviously, as you saw before, some of these fancier buildings I won't be able to make out of something like styrofoam, because styrofoam is not easily carved up to make different, like, very common, not common, small shapes. And so I'll probably have to use something more like wood, but I could use styrofoam for maybe an easy shape, like a car or something. And then, like I said before, I'll probably paint a few things or use my mom's fake flower collection to make all the plants in St. James Park. And so that is what I did over the week. Goodbye.